Madam President.
I'm sorry. Senator from Georgia.
Madam President, is the Senate in a quorum call?
It is.
And are we in morning business?
We're in a quorum call.
I would ask that the quorum call be rescinded, please, and I'd be allowed to speak as if in morning business.
Without objection.
Madam President, today the Senate passed the Water Resources and Development Act. It's been too long since Congress last addressed our water infrastructure and water resources. And I want to applaud Chairwoman Boxer and Ranking Member Vitter for their diligent work and unswerving commitment to making this bill a reality. The fact that an infrastructure bill of this magnitude can be passed without earmarks and with a balance of reforms and authorizations for critical projects is a testament to good leadership and a desire by members of Congress on both sides of the Capitol to better our nation. One of the projects this bill advances is crucial to not only my state of Georgia, but to the entire country. Madam President, passage of this bill with the enhanced authorization it contains for the Savannah Harbor Expansion Project will be the culmination of years of work by the state of Georgia and project stakeholders and my entire time serving in the Georgia congressional delegation. Madam President, the idea to expand the Port at Savannah was in its infancy when I first came to Congress in 1994. The Port of Savannah had just been deepened, and we realized then that it wasn't enough. More and bigger ships were coming in, and in 1996, a reconnaissance study was authorized to determine whether the port should be deepened even further. While the need to deepen the channel to accommodate larger ships has been a constant issue, the port itself has been able to operate and grow through their own innovation, Georgia ingenuity at its best. In fact, between 2000 and 2005, the Port of Savannah was recognized as the fastest growing seaport in the country. The port continues to grow and is consistently breaking its own records. But in 2006, the Panama Canal expansion was approved by a national referendum in Panama, officially kicking off the race in Savannah to get this project under construction. The people of Georgia have told us this project needs to happen. All levels of their government, local, state, and federal, from all political persuasions, have agreed and have given their utmost to this project. It has been my #1 economic project for Georgia the entire time I have been in office. The WRDA bill in 1999 gave the authorization to expand the port, and while there were cheers all around from those of us in the congressional delegation, little did we know of the tremendous battles yet to come. All the way until the President, every step has been a struggle. We have jumped 15 years of hurdles just to bring this project to fruition. Madam President, I even recall one instance where we thought we had things taken care of from the standpoint of all the mitigation that needed to be done. And then all of a sudden we found out that because this particular port is located on the Savannah River, and the city of Augusta, 136 miles upstream, is also located on the Savannah River, that there was an endangered species in the water that needed to be protected. We then had to go back, have another study done, and after months and months, we finally came up with a fish ladder project that was to be installed in Augusta, 136 miles north of the Savannah port. But we got that done. We still may face more obstacles as we guide this project to completion, but the fact remains, Madam President, that for every $1 invested in the project, the nation will see a nearly $6 return. For Georgia, the value of SHEP is almost immeasurable. The port already supports some 300,000 jobs across our state. And when post-Panamax vehicles start rolling into Savannah, the economic benefits will increase dramatically. Georgia's always been a great place to do business, and a big reason is that we've had strong leadership at the state level. Leaders who understand that making investments in economic development projects can give great returns. In this case, the Port of Savannah is an epicenter of worldwide commercial traffic. The imports and exports associated with this port expansion means that jobs will be created not only in my home state, but all throughout the country. Madam President, Congress has once again agreed with us that SHIP is a vital project for our country. Now that we have completed our work, it is imperative that the administration carry through with its commitments. The Project Partnership Agreement, which is a document that details the construction plans for a Corps of Engineers project, needs to be finalized and signed immediately. I have complete faith in the ability of the Corps and the Georgia Ports Authority to get that document finished as soon as possible, based on their commitments to Senator Isaacson and myself. We didn't close the book on this project today, but we did jump forward by several chapters. Ensuring the appropriate language was included in this bill to move SHIP forward and voting today for this bill have been the highlight of my final year in Congress and represent the culmination of years of work by myself, Senator Isaacson, as well as many, many others. I want to state once more my thanks to Chairwoman Boxer and Ranking Member Vitter for working with us on this matter. Their tireless efforts have done more for this country and for Georgia than they may realize. The work of those senators and their staffs, as well as the work of Chairman Schuster and Ranking Member Rahal on the House side and their staffs, will be felt by users of waterways on rivers and lakes, by barge operators, commercial and recreational boaters, by cities, counties, and states, by everyone in this country that uses and consumes water. Madam President, this bill represents the fulfillment of a commitment I made to my constituents to see the harbor deepening through. And I look forward to the day when I am in Savannah seeing a big shovel go underwater to start deepening that port once again. Madam President, I would ask that a quorum call be called.
The clerk will call the roll.